Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crew 2. As promised, in this episode we will make an attempt on the live Xtrem episode 2 race. So we're out here with our new Lamborghini, and if we just swing around our view we will see that there is the starting location for the race. So let's go there and see if we can actually complete this 3-part race, which I think was street race, boats and rally raid. We might have to change vehicle here actually. I don't think it will allow us to try this car. So we go to vehicles and switch to our almost maxed out Porsche. Okay, and it moves us. It's okay. Starting to sound good. Did it sound like that all the time, or is it just... Maybe it did. I'm not sure. Okay, so 22,500 bucks. We could use that since we were totally like bankrupt after buying the hypercar.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast, where we're getting ready for the second stop on the live Xtrem Tour. Last time we hit the city streets. This time we're also going to go wild.
Oh, flying start, okay. Win the race, alright. So all we know is that we're going to go wild. But of course we know a little bit more since we have figured out what kind of disciplines it is. Whoa! Whoa! What's happening? Alright. What a bad start. Just terrible, man. I don't think that's ever happened. I never experienced like bouncing back and forth between walls like that in this game. Trying to counter steer but not being able to, just go bouncing back and forth. Whoa, okay. Maybe the car is also a bit different. It feels like maybe I haven't driven it a lot.
We've got some giant spectators for this part of the course, and they're getting some giant-sized action. We're seeing the best from our drivers now, the moment when they're upping their game. It's going to be a gladiator match out there.
Maybe I haven't driven it a lot since we applied quite a lot of upgrades, so maybe the handling has changed a bit due to that, the amount of upgrades we have added. We have not made any like pro tuning to this car at all. Oh, it's spinning a lot more. This car has been so stable all the time. Now it's really not, and that may of course be, I mean, it's a 911, like sort of like the Red Cross car, which was very tail happy before we did any pro settings changes to that one. This may suffer from the same, so I think we can tweak that.
And now for the big moment. It's time for us to switch up the competition.
Turn, 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 turn. I'm like turning max. Why isn't it turning all of a sudden? Bad timing. This is like a race which we don't want to do multiple times.
Confidence. Letting the other drivers set the pace for the moment.
I was even expecting that before, because going from a car to a boat usually means that you sort of feel like it's hard to steer. So I was expecting that, and sort of like steered heavily to start with, and still I was unable to take the turn. Bit surprised there as well. Same when I ended into the, is it called the bridge? I don't know what happened after that, which led to a dead stop. Let's see if we get like followers by doing jumps in these live races. No, we don't. We just lose speed as always. Okay. Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that. I thought actually like boat would extend us the lead, not...
And it's up and
See, I can't turn.
and into
I have to
beautiful
brake.
Blue water. At Live, we're proud of giving you races
So
no one else
weird.
can.
I can't
Drivers
turn.
must master it all
My
or
steering
get
wheel
left
is like
behind.
I have
They've
max.
got just one shot at being the best.
The steering was, I turned max there and it just went straight up into the hill. How weird. Never experienced this with a boat. I'm not sure. I even stopped, like, I said I have like tilt the boat to get the engines down into the water more. And so I released that to try and get some more, if that would give me more steering, better cornering. But
Time's running
that
out
didn't
for our
help
drivers
either.
to make a move on the water.
So, seems like, I'm not sure why. Just very weird. Okay, let's try to get up to speed. We have a bit more space here. I turn early. Okay, the boat run is over. I'm glad for that. I thought the boat
Now
run
let's
would be
get
good
our
for us,
hands
but
dirty.
that was just a nightmare. And I thought the sliding uncontrollably. This is turning into a nightmare. I thought the Porsche would be good
We're
for
now
us.
in the last section of the race. Here's
Because
where
we had
drivers can
such
choose
a
to follow the road
performance
or cut through the
advantage.
swamp and play in the mud. The choice is theirs.
And I thought the boat would also be good because I thought that would be kind of easy and we would have a good performance advantage there as well. It did not turn out that way. And then I thought this would be perhaps an advantage because we have a decent performance level and this car has been very steady on all the races I've been driving it. But just as we start, I get like an uncontrollable like, oh crap, no! Uncontrollable drift, like turning back and forth, and I was unable to I had to almost stop to get control of the drift. So that turned out horrible as well. And then I finally got so occupied with all the issues we are facing. Surprisingly, we seem to have everything going for us, but everything is going against us. I got so occupied in that I actually forgot to look at the minimap and ended up in a tree. And that might have sealed the deal for us. Like one thing too many going against us. I think it lost us the race because here is the finish and everything possible that could go against us did, so we ended up in third. Alright, what a horrible attempt. It seems we should easily have won that, maybe with a good decent gap as well, if things would just have gone the slightest smoothly. Oh well, that's just how it is sometimes. Okay, I was not prepared for that start, so we didn't apply any throttle as the race started and started by falling somewhat behind. But we have good performance in this car and we should really be able to catch up. I'm not even using throttle here, just passing them all. Let's try to focus now, get this done. The car is much more unstable than it used to be. We'll have to do some pro setting tweaking on this. The car was not expecting that because it has always been super steady. But we will try to be real careful, drive real careful on the throttle,
We've got
careful on
some
the
giant
steering.
spectators for this part of the course, and they're getting some giant-sized action. We're seeing the best from our drivers now, the moment when they're upping their game. It's going to be a gladiator match out there.
Driving rather slowly here, just trying to stay in control. We have a small gap. Should be good enough if we don't re-encounter the steering issues with the boat, which I don't feel I could put my finger on why that happened, which sort of worries me a little. Trying to not get a drift here. Bit worried that I'm too careful not to lose control so they catch us up. Okay, full speed. Okay, pray
And now
for some
the
luck.
big moment. It's time for us to switch up the competition.
I'm trying to steer now, we're ready. Braking, going slow. Just control, braking, getting off the throttle, just going slow, trying to maintain control. Okay, tilting, boosting. Not end up here. Oh, I'm braking. Steering. Yes, okay. Maybe I drove too fast last time in those corners. I was too eager to get speed. You know, I'm not sure. I thought I would be able to take the corners faster, but like I said, that is like, at least for me, I noticed that's a common issue when you go from car and you have like the car handling, and then you go to the boat and it handles so differently. Like you take the turns, you're prepared for it to take turns much slower than the car, but still it takes turns so incredibly much slower, like here, that you still
At Live, we're
get
proud of
surprised
giving you
by.
races no one else can. Drivers must master it all or be left behind. They've got just one shot at being the best.
Driving slowly here, just trying not to end up with the boat in the forest. Not sure if they're catching up or not. Yeah, I see, as soon as I get some throttle down, we almost... Oh crap, I thought it was a straight. I thought, okay, we made it. Let's get some speed up, but not yet. You see, they're catching us like mad.
Time's running out for our drivers to make a move on the water.
Yeah, you see, we had a good gap, but I still feel like there is so hard to like steer this boat that they are catching us up. Okay,
Now
let's
get our
not
hands
spin here
dirty.
now. You see, yeah, they're passing us. So annoying. It's like we have everything going for us, but handling and stuff is the issue.
We're now in the last section of the race. Here's where drivers can choose to follow the road or cut through the swamp and play in the mud. The choice is theirs.
Need to get ahead so it don't become tight here. Just maintain control now. We are in the lead. This is good enough to win. Just don't need any like mistakes. Oh, like this one! Same thing as last round. We are closer this time though. We're not that far behind. So we still have a chance. We managed to get in third last. Oh, don't spin out! You are always so steady, car! Stop spinning! %. Will this be like the nail in the coffin for us? Can we cut through here? Maybe this is enough for us to win! Yes!
Thanks for watching the second race of the Live Xtrem Series. Don't forget to follow us on social media. From New Orleans, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
So do we get any rewards now? This will be interesting. Okay, drops as usual, decent amount of cash I get and some followers. Alright, what a ride, but we finally made it. Okay, so that's our first live Xtrem race. that was kind of interesting. We do see that we might have some things to look into, like didn't we get performance parts for this car? What did we get for the drops? What was the drops for? Was it for boats? Rally raid, perhaps? I'm not sure. Yeah, we see that we need to do some pro tuning, I think. Oh, was all the drops for the boat? Okay. This is like interesting. It says like handling should be really easy. That should be even easier. And now we know that they can all max out at 250. So maybe it's like this boat is lighter or something. I mean, if it would have like a 250 performance level, the handling might be easier. I mean, if the performance level is the same, then the vehicle should be approximately as fast, right? But if you reach that level, if you max out all of these vehicles, then why is this with so much less engine power just as fast? And why it's easier to handle? I'm just thinking maybe it's lighter, and that's why this turns slower. It's very strong when you look at the power, but also might be heavier since it's like a wooden boat. So in the end, maybe we should look into, like I previously said, upping this one, even though it will mean you have to spend more performance upgrades. I mean, probably that's what you sort of pay for in this game, since in the different categories, all vehicles seems to be able to max out at the same level. Like these touring cars, 320. All of them can be 320, but it's just how much performance upgrades do you need to grind to get there? Of course, if you start higher, you will have to grind less. But then also there might be like handling differences, like different feels to different vehicles when they are at the same performance level. So you will have like a personal preference for which one you like to drive the best. Yes. Not sure actually. I mean, eventually we will want to max out all our vehicles, but to stay competitive and to be able to win races at the early levels. I'm not sure which one. I will just throw these on here for now. I guess it will get back to, if we feel that we're getting stuck on progression for some reason in one of the disciplines, then we might just have to grind parts, I guess, like we done previously. All right, bit shorter episode this time, but we made the live extreme race, so that should be ticked off. Let's see how that shows. There it is. Aha! You can even do it on hard difficulty. Ooh. All right. And then we get like a bit more, 750 more bucks, and like almost 6,000. Sorry, 750 more followers and almost 6,000 bucks more to do it on hard. Maybe someday, but not today. I thought this would be the main theme for this episode, so it will be a shorter episode. But thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.